everyone. It is your girl, the one and the only Spicy, and I am here today with a pick-a-card reading. I am here today, y'all. I am excited. I am blessed. I am grateful to just be here. I'm so excited. And the title of today's reading is Single, Alone, Now What? Single, Alone, Now What? So the one thing I have to say about this is I just feel as though there's nothing wrong with being single. There's nothing wrong with being by yourself. The most, monumental projects and things that I've ever completed and done have been in silence, have been done in the dark. So I just felt like, let's get into it. Like, let's really see what it is that, Spirit is advising for us to do, or, just what we're being highly encouraged to do now that we may be off on our own, now that we may have left a relationship, you may have left a business partnership, you may have left a job. Like, what's out here for us? I think that some calm reassurance would literally be the best thing to just give out to the world right now, with there just being a lot of things going on, and just even interpersonally, now you're just alone. Like, now you gotta figure out what it is that you want to do. Like, and with that being said, I just felt like Spirit could give us the best advice, so we're not acting from a place of anxiety, but rather from a place of excitement, because now we're looking forward to these great things and we can remain in that vibration. So single, alone, now what? So the way that this reading is going to work is you're literally just going to choose whichever pile that you would like to choose. Maybe there's a crystal that you're attracted to, or even just the artwork that you're attracted to, and you're going to go ahead and choose that pile, and then just skip to the time and the timestamps. Just go ahead and click that, and it'll take you straight to your reading, so you don't have to watch every single pile. But if you are attracted to every single pile, then you can watch every single pile. Or if you're attracted to two, then watch two. If you're attracted to one, then just watch one. And remember, take what resonates and leave what does not. So with that being said, I'm so very excited. I'm excited to be here, and that's that on that. All right, so my pile one people that chose the amethyst and this beautiful tarot deck right here. This deck is actually called Ethereal Visions. So if you chose this tarot deck right here, I'm gonna go ahead and start your reading. We're gonna be asking Spirit, like, what's next for us? Like, what should we be focused on now that we're just alone out here in this world? Like, and understand that being alone isn't necessarily being synonymous with lonely. But let's just go ahead and see what Spirit has to say. I'm gonna go ahead and start with this oracle deck, just so I can, pick up on your current energy and your current vibration right now, what you're actively currently doing at this moment. Okay, so the artist that came up was Ravi Shankar. Always read and play between the lines. Your true nature is reflected in silence, and music is the infinite space between two souls. So if you have familiarity with this artist, this is the energy that you're picking up on right now. Your true nature is reflected in silence. So it seems like as you're in silence, you're doing a lot of self-development, is kind of what it seems like. You're doing a lot of self-development. Read in between the lines. Yeah, so in whatever situation that you were recently in, whether it be a relationship, business partnership, or if you left a job, whatever that means to you, and now you're off by yourself. Maybe you had to cut friends off. I'm not sure what it is that you particularly had to do for yourself, but what's showing up is that this situation has truly liberated you. Like, even in circumstances where you might have felt like you were in bondage, or you would never be able to break away from this thing. Maybe you've been dealing with just very strong bouts of codependency, is what is kind of coming up. It seems as though with whatever situation it was that you just left, that thing, it really took heaven and earth having to be moved so that you would be removed from that one thing. So it could have been very intense, codependencies that you might have been really wrapped up in, and whatever it was that you was in, whether it be a relationship, whatever that means to you. It seems as though that thing was really debilitating you and blocking you from spirit, and essentially clouding your crown chakra. So you weren't really paying good attention to not only your intuition, but the messages that spirit was trying to give you as well. You know what I'm trying to say? So it seems like just your current energy and where you are right now is like you're not trying to fall for any type of codependency. So with you being alone right now, I feel like your aloneness is more so comforting. It's more so comforting. It's not like you're experiencing crisis while you're in your alone time right now, while you're off being single. It seems as though with whatever situation that you were in, it was codependent to the point of you not actually knowing who you are, and you not actually having the ability to listen to spirit, to listen to your intuition, to pay attention to these signs that you were being provided with, so that you could move on to the next phase in life. Now, I'm going to pick up a little bit more on your energy and see what else is kind of going on with you right now. I just feel like right now you're in a space of, it's like you just got out of something very traumatic and very life-changing, and you feel good. You feel good. You feel good because you're getting to know yourself. I feel like where you are right now is like you're very, I don't want to say cautious, but I definitely would say that where you are right now, it's like you're withholding. You're not giving too much of yourself out into the world. You're keeping your energy to yourself, you know? And I feel like it's within, you know, this moment of where you are, where it's just like, no, I'm really figuring out who my true self is. I feel like if this is a relationship, you might have been in a very traumatic, very toxic, very codependent type of relationship, that in which you didn't remember who it was that you were. You didn't remember who you were before the relationship, and you just didn't have a good idea of who you are. So that's why I'm saying codependencies, you could have definitely been caught up in, you know, just being with somebody, enmeshing yourself into something so heavy that you didn't have an identity. And I feel like now that you've been liberated, now that you've been taken out of that situation, no matter how traumatic that was, I feel like in your situation, you had a tower moment, like where it was just like, spirit was like, if you don't stop, like, I'm gonna stop this for you. If you don't stop, I'm gonna stop this for you. And you already know when spirit steps in, it's like they don't care who, what, where, when, and why. It's getting stopped. So with that being said, I feel like the energy that you're in right now is you're more so withholding of your time, you're withholding of your fruits, you're withholding of your energy. Like, you're understanding that your time costs money. You feel what I'm trying to say? Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like you're withholding of yourself because you don't really have time to defend yourself against anybody. I feel like you're just really getting to know who you are, and within you getting to know who you are, within that being your pursuit, is like you don't want to hear nothing from anybody else. You know what I'm trying to say? It's not like it's a bad thing. It's just like you're being stubborn with yourself. You know what I'm trying to say? You're not open to comments. You're not open to opinions right now. And I really just think it was because you were in a really tough situation. And so now you're in a place where you're being even more protective of yourself. Yeah, you're being protective of yourself. You're not giving too much. You're not taking too much. It's like you're giving just enough. You're taking just enough because it's important to you to be protected. You have to protect yourself at all costs. I feel like that's just the energy that you're in right now. It's like you might understand, like, you might not be able to show up for other people as much as you would like to show up for other people. You might not be in the position to say yes to every single request and whim, and you understand that. But that's something that you're fine with. You're fine with that because you don't necessarily want to have to defend yourself against any person, anybody, anything. You know, so I think that this is where you're at right now with your singleness, with you being alone. I think you're fine with that because you've been through something so traumatic that you're okay with it. It's okay. It's all right. You know, it's okay. So let's see what the spirit believe that you should be focused on at this time. What the spirit believe that you should be focused on at this time. Spirit believes you should be focused on a lot of things. All right. So what I'm seeing is that definitely Spirit believes that you should continue to sharpen your intuition, because understand, in whatever situation that you was just in, you didn't really have as much of a connection to Spirit, or you weren't paying attention to that connection as much as you should have been. So as you move forward, you're definitely being advised to you're being advised to utilize your intuition. That's what you're being advised to do. And I just got, be smarter, be smarter. And I feel like the way in which you can be smarter is literally by leaning onto those nudges that you're receiving, because those are messages from Spirit. So I'm definitely getting, be smarter, be smarter. Utilize your intuition, because this is what is going to be needed to essentially resurrect yourself, to bring yourself back from that place in which that you were at that could have took you out. Okay, that place that in which you were at. And this could literally be anything that you know that was traumatic, that was going on, that literally could have taken you out. This is saying it's time for you to be smarter, so that you can actually utilize that intuition and that connection to Spirit to essentially resurrect yourself, to bring yourself back. And the crazy thing about it is that you have manifestation powers as well. We all do, but we have to choose to tap into those things. You know, are we going to tap into those things, or are we not? Like, and you know, if you choose not to understand that life is going to be that much more annoying and frustrating, because you could have just relied on yourself and trusted yourself as opposed to not. So you have strong resurrecting powers. Like, you have very, very strong resurrecting powers. And it's really time for you to really lean onto your intuition, so that you are in a better position to create, you know, to manifest, to actually see the fruits of your labor, the fruits of your power. Now it's time for you to really start to do that. Lean onto your intuition even more. Be smarter. Really start to focus in on your spiritual connection, like, and build upon that thing. And this is what Spirit really wants you to do. You have to make a decision, and you have to make a choice. Like, what choice inside are you gonna ally yourself with? Are you going to keep making, for lack of better terms, dumb decisions? Are you gonna keep yourself in that same place? Are you gonna keep yourself codependent? Are you gonna keep yourself in super traumatic relationships with people, tragic relationships with people, with things? Are you gonna have unhealthy attachments towards things? Or are you going to listen to your intuition, make better decisions, make better choices, allow Spirit to work into your life and to really change your life and transform your life, so that you can bring forth these things that you wanted to bring forth? Like, you have magician energy. You have the ability to resurrect yourself. I'm telling you that right now. So what are you going to choose? It's time for you to make a choice. That's what Spirit wants you to do. Like, this is what you should be focused on right now. Analyzing your life now, analyzing your life then, and deciding, am I going to go backwards? Do I have anything to go backwards to? And you'll know what that is for you. So, let me go ahead and look at any advice or guidance right now at this time. Any advice or guidance? Any advice or guidance? Oh, okay. So a new romantic cycle begins. So if this was an issue with the relationship, then understand that something more balanced, something more peaceful is coming up for you. And that might have just been a tough time that you was going through. But at the end of the day, we're not meant, to be alone. So this definitely could have been a relationship. We're not meant to be alone. We're going to meet someone who is right for us, someone who is compatible for us. So in this time, take time to breathe out. I feel like this definitely could have been a relationship. I'll be trying to swing everything like, oh, this got to be a relationship, but if it comes up within the cards, then I have to honor that thing. I'm trying to say, I'm going to honor it. But I don't be trying to swing everything like, oh, this got to be about somebody else and da-da-da. Because oftentimes it's not necessarily always about somebody else. It's really about us. But with that being said, like, if you just broke up with somebody, just take the time that you need to figure out who you are. Figure out what you want, figure out your passions, figure out your aspirations, like figure those things out as you move forward, and be smarter. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition. Now we have here surrender to silence. In quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within you. Silence can heal and replenish you. So you're spending time by yourself trying to figure out, who you truly are. This is great. This is great because it's letting me know that, maybe that relationship or what you was in, it was just too noisy. And now it really is time for you to listen to yourself, to get into oneness with yourself, to hear what it is that spirit has to whatever advice and encouragement that spirit has to give you that you can actually act on. It's time to actually apply what you're being told. Surrender to complete healing. Yeah. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that supports your physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. So yeah, I feel like with here, it's just spirit is really asking you to really surrender to spirit. Surrender to spirit. Surrender to your intuition. Surrender to who you truly are. You're focused right now on figuring out who your true nature is. Like, who am I as a person? Who am I? What do I like? What do I want to do? What, I'm trying to say, what is it like? And that's the thing about spirit and healing, is it has to do with you. It has nothing to do with nobody else but only you. So yeah, just be smarter. That's all I could say. I definitely love this pile 1. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and share this reading, and I will catch you another time. All right, pile 2. If you chose pile 2 with the rose quartz, and this deck is the Muse Tarot. The Muse Tarot. If you chose the Muse Tarot, I'm going to go ahead and start your reading now. The title of this reading is Single, Alone, Now What? Now what? So I'm going to be looking at 3 different things. I'm going to be looking at what your current energy, your vibe, your attitude is at this time. I'm going to be looking at what spirit believes you should be focused on. So what you're being highly encouraged to focus on. And then also, any advice or guidance moving forward. So I'm going to use these song oracle cards just to get a little bit of information about what is currently going on with you right now. Like, what is currently going on with you right now? Mind you, this is a general reading. If you would like something more personalized, then just make sure that you hit me up. But when it's a general reading, it's only so much I can read into. It's only so much. So with that being said, right now, your attitude is like Madonna. Okay, so some of y'all just don't give a F. Some of y'all just don't give a F. But it says here, everyone is entitled to your opinion. Pleasure without permission can be the greatest pleasure of all. You are and always will be your own work in progress. So right now, a lot of you all seem to be feeling just very affirmed just within who you are, or the differences within who you are. It's like someone who not only accepts just what they're really, really great at. You don't only accept your strengths, but you also accept your flaws too. You know what I'm trying to say? That's just the vibe that I'm kind of getting just basically off of this Madonna card. It's like a lot of you all are just going, for lack of better terms, you're going balls to the wall. It's like you really just like you're activating beast mode, as far as within yourself and within how you're showing up in this world right now. And you don't care about being different. That's how Madonna was. She ain't care about being different. And Madonna wasn't the best singer ever, but why did she have endless hits back to back to back? It was because of her attitude. It's because of her bravado. It's because of how she showed up. People were interested. You know what I'm trying to say? So I feel like you're that type of person. You're that type of person as well. Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all are. This pile right here. This is a pile that's like, I'm a free spirit. I do me. So I don't even think you would even be affected in a negative way about you being alone right now. I think you're completely fine with that. I feel like within your aloneness, you just, especially here with the creative spark. And if you also have a feminine energy, because, we have feminine and masculine energies. But if you say that you are a divine feminine and you gel more so with feminine energies, then right now, Like you are feeling very creative. You're having a Mama Earth moment right now where you're just kind of going back to the basics. To the basics of who you are. You could even be going back in childhood and just little things that you always wanted to do. Is like you just like, okay, well, I'm by myself. Now is the time for me to do all of these things that I wanted to do, because now I don't have anybody in my way. I don't have anybody in my face. I don't have to ask permission. I don't have to check this with this person and see what their opinion is. You're just someone who's going very balls to the wall. And the way that this is playing out in your financial situation right now, the way that this is playing out in your projects, there's different things that you want to bring to light that could give you stability. Like this, this is a great energy to have right now. I just said that y'all was on some Mama Earth. I literally just said that y'all was on some Mama Earth. So yeah, this pile right here, if you are a divine feminine, this pile right here, this is the I'm doing me. I'm going in, I'm activating beast mode. This is just where I'm at right now. And it's a real grounding energy. Like y'all really are going back to the basics of who you are, who you always known yourself to be. And you're I get a lot of sacral energy vibes too. So that's why I feel like this is a very feminine pile. But it's not like feminine and just a submissive pile. It's like you're really exerting some type of masculinity to really say, well, this is who I am. I'm not afraid of who I am, and I'm just being unabashed. I'm really putting myself out there. So a lot of you all, through being alone, you could be bringing forth a lot of different creative projects. Like I said, this is like this pile is like, you know, when certain things just kind of give you life, like this pile is giving me life right now. So let's go ahead and get into the tarot cards, and let me just see what else is going on. I'm like, yo, this pile is giving me life. All right, so similar to pile number one, you all are very withholding of your energies as well. Like y'all know when to exert your energy and time and when to not do so. Now this is very similar to pile number one as well. It's like I'm not wasting my time putting time into anything that isn't gonna benefit me. I'm not like, so you're very withholding with your energy. Like you understand what your power is, you understand what your anointing is, you understand what your blessing is, especially to other people, and it's beautiful. And you're not just giving it out freely to any and everyone just because that's what you feel like doing. No, you stop doing that. The Muse of Voices. I believe the Muse of Voices would be the King of Swords. I want to say that I believe the Muse of Voices is the King of Swords. And I just want to check in to make sure, because these cards, like when you really get into these like boutique tarot cards, is like they be changing up the suits. So I just want to make sure. Yes. Yep. This is the Muse of Voices. And that means this is the King of Swords. Like y'all are doing whatever it is that you're doing. It's like you're not doing with any emotion. Like it's really like no harm, no foul. That's the type of energy that y'all really are in right now. And I think it's because you're not only putting yourself first, but you're exercising restraint as well. Like you're understanding what boundaries are, and you're starting with yourself. Okay. You put boundaries in place, not for other people, but you're putting boundaries in place for yourself, because I feel like you want to proceed and move forward in more of a higher learning type of perspective. You know what I'm trying to say? I didn't see the Hierophant, but I definitely get that you guys have undergone some type of higher learning within yourself. You know, you've understood, okay, this is self-love. Like this is what this is. And I can love myself. I can honor other people, but at the same time, I can do whatever it is that I want to do. Like as long as you're not stepping on harming other people, because that's when it comes down to Mother Nature and Mother Earth, it's like, yes, be here to enjoy the trees, be here to enjoy the air, be here to enjoy all of these different things within your physical 3D experience, but don't harm these things. Don't harm these things. And so I feel like that's the type of energy that you're really understanding, is like, I'm gonna show up, show out, but I'm not harming anybody. Okay. But when it comes to my life, I'm not playing games. And here we have it here. So y'all being alone right now is very fruitful. It's been a very fruitful process for you. And if you haven't experienced that, continue to keep walking, because it's very, very fruitful. Just where you're at right now, you're so, like, I just see green. It's like you just want abundance. You want abundance and you want prosperity. And honestly, whatever you're focused on right now creatively, that's helping you in your stability, that's helping you walk forward, that's helping you feel better about yourself, just continue to keep walking. Continue to keep walking, because just the place in which you're at right now is like, you understand that you have to be, not, it's not just being delicate with yourself, you have to be sensitive. Like, I feel like you're someone right now who's very highly sensitive, and you don't have time to be mixing with the wrong people, and you don't have time to be putting your energy into places in which your energy does not need to go. You know what I'm trying to say? Spirit right now is definitely highly encouraging you to focus on your business. So if you weren't business minded, if you was just kind of one of those woo woo people that's just like, okay, yeah, I'm a free spirit, I go with the flow, like, Spirit understand that. But the advice right now is for you to buckle down and to focus on your business, and just be unapologetic about it. Be unemotional about it. Be logical. Be rational. Think smarter. You know what I'm trying to say? That's the type of vibe that I'm getting right now, as far as what you should be focused on. I'm gonna get some more of these goddess cards, because I love it. I love these goddess cards. Yeah, so we have a new beginnings card. So a lot of you all are definitely you should be excited, because I love new beginnings. And when I see the 10 of Pentacles right here, even if you're by yourself, just look at how fruitful your harvest is going to be, whether you're, like I said, you're by yourself and you're working with other people, obviously single, alone, now what. So this is just showing me that yes, I was like, this is just showing me that, yes, like, abundance is imminent for you. Abundance is imminent for you. Rather, you have new beginnings. You have, you know, you're surrounded, you're protected. You know, even then, thinking to your spirit guides, thinking to your ancestors. It's like, whatever it is that you're trying to bring forth, whatever it is that you're trying to create, I'm getting real divine feminine empress vibes from this. Whatever it is that you're trying to create, you're protected. Like, look at this abundance. Like, look at that. And then we have Oshun energy. That's why I was just like, nah, this is a divine feminine deck for real. Like, I just think that not only are you, the thing is that you understand what your anointing is. Like, you know that when you give into and pour into any situation, anything, you know that thing is going to turn out and be a great thing. Now, I really think that you're focused inwards on yourself now. You're just like, you know what? Let me actually focus on me. Let me actually focus on, you know, what I'm doing creatively. And look, independence. Like, y'all, y'all aren't just like, y'all really aren't just like, y'all are reveling in this singleness and being alone. Like, y'all are really reveling in this thing. I feel like at no point ever in life have you ever been just completely liberated. And this is something that you chose for yourself. And I just love it. Like, I could really just keep going in. I could keep going in. Cause this is a like, I would have stigmatized any other pile and say this is not a great pile, but it's just a simple fact that, like, y'all are really coming into oneness with yourself. This is the pile of a divine feminine who is understanding, you know, just what masculine attributes, positive, healthy masculine attributes that have to be picked up upon so that you can move forward and pursue business, so that you can move forward and create something for yourself, create some type of stability. You know what I'm trying to say? This is that type of more evolved divine feminine pile. Like, and when I say feminine, if you are a male watching this, it's okay. It's okay. Men or, you know, people who exhibit more of, you know, masculine energy, like that's their that's the energy that they were that they've been in since birth, let me say. You could even say in multiple past lives. I don't know. It's up to you. But this is just the energy for someone who is learning how important it is to actually take action. And that's crazy because when I was shuffling your advice cards, here we have some Aries energy, and you already know what Aries are about. Aries, they really they really push. They really push. And I'm not saying in a bad way, but when it comes to business, when it comes to getting and going after whatever it is that you want and desire, this is like the masculine energy that does it so effortlessly. It's like it's in their blood. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's why I feel like this is for divine feminine, that is, you know, you're working towards your business. You're doing something with yourself. You're finally liberating yourself. It's like you're being born again, and it's time to take action. So definitely take action on those creative sparks that you have. Take action on projects. Start to really put this stuff out here into the world, because I do believe that this is going to contribute to your generational wealth. It's definitely going to contribute to that. So let me get another one. Universe wants you to get this bread. That's what the universe wants you to do. And as you're walking forward, it's important for you to also understand what it is that you need to release. So what do you need to release? I love that question, because I have these surrender cards for additional guidance. Like, what do you actually need to release? Surrender to play. So some of y'all divine feminines could definitely be workaholics. You're creative and you're working. Take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. So yes, get outside as well, because I got a lot of green, a lot of grounding energy. So make sure you get outside and play. You know, get outside, lay in the grass, you know, go to the park, take a nature walk, do something like that. Get out into the world. Oh yeah, so y'all divine feminines, y'all be working hard. Whomever chose this pile, y'all be working hard. It says surrender to non-action. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power and let others come to you. So for some of y'all who are really embodying this this Madonna energy, for others, don't worry, it's coming. You seen this reading, don't worry, it's coming. But for y'all that are, embodying this energy, feeling like the last unicorn on earth, don't feel as though you have to go above and beyond or just do extra just to make sure that you have what you need at the end of the day. Like, everything that you need is within you. You know what I'm trying to say? Everything is within you, and things are gonna work out. So don't fear. That's the thing that I'm getting here. I feel like even though you're very self-assured by yourself, you might fear certain things. Maybe fear not having enough at the end of the day. Fear your project's not coming forward into fruition. Maybe fearing you not being able to hit your daily goal for today. Whatever that is. You know what I'm trying to say? So don't allow fear to, in a sense, take you backwards. And take breaks when you need, because I'm getting here that it is important for you to make sure that you're taking breaks as well. And with whatever it is that you're doing, just be focused on your intention for that thing. Are you working? Are you putting out these creative projects because you really love it and you just want to share it with the world? Are you doing this because you feel like, I need money now, I need money today, and if I don't do this, I'm not going to get paid? Like, what is the intentions behind whatever it is that you're doing, Because it's showing right now that you're being forced to focus on your business. You're being forced to focus on your independence, focus on your stability, but at the same time, as you're moving forward, as you're taking action, just make sure that you're creating time for yourself to play, Make sure that you're creating that extra time. So with that being said, that's all I have for pile 2. Please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will see you in the next reading. All right, pile number 3. Last but not least, definitely not least, pile number 3. If you chose the citrine with the Modern Witch Tarot deck, modern, excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and start your reading. The title of this reading is Single, Alone, Now What? Single, comma, alone, now what? So I definitely hope that y'all enjoy this reading. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna be looking at what your current energy, vibe, what your attitude is looking like right now. Just how you're presently showing up, basically. How you're presently showing up. Okay. All right. So you all are showing up like Beethoven. I would not say that this is an accurate depiction of Beethoven, but for the purposes of this deck, this is how this card looks like. So that being said, a wrong note is insignificant. Playing without passion is inexcusable. Listen, destiny is knocking at your door. Conduct a symphony in silence. So a lot of you all are definitely working in the dark. I feel like some of you all could definitely be perfectionists or just be really great in one specific area. So I want to say perfectionist or even just a specialist. Now this could be within your job. It could be within your if you're employed, if you're self-employed rather, something like that. Or there could just be something that you do and you're definitely just a specialist and a professional at that one thing. But I don't know, that was random. But yeah, your current energy right now is you're just kind of looking at things where it's like, what is life? Like, I think that's a question you might be asking yourself, like, what is life? And just trying to understand not only your purpose and what your passion is, but you might be looking at things from just a different view. Like, I feel like patterns, cycles, people, places, things that you might have been caught up in, now you're finally analyzing those people, places, and things, kind of very similar to pile number one. It's like you're analyzing those things and those cycles, and I feel like you're choosing what works for you and just what doesn't. I think you're at that place right now. But let me see. Let me get the goddess deck cards for some extra clarification before I pick up the tarot deck. But yeah, I'm just kind of getting right now that you kind of analyzing, cycles, people, places, and things that don't really resonate anymore with who you are. So I mean, when I say this, get ready to start losing friends. Get ready to start losing friends, because you really your eyes are about to be open to the truth. Your eyes is really about to be open to a lot of things, things that you thought were for you and they're not. So this pile seems like you're someone who is coming to a lot of deep truths about. I feel like it's very similar to pile one, but it's kind of radical in a sense. It's like you're looking at things, and you're looking at things for what they are, but you're not necessarily just jumping to act on those things. Like, you're the type of person that might had discovered that you had a fake friend. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you discovered that you had a fake friend, or you discovered that someone wasn't down for you like you thought, or someone wasn't being authentic with you. It's like you're really realizing that, wow, like this group of people that I was involved in or involved with, my peer support group, like they really fake. Or you're realizing like, wow, my job is actually a scam. Like, I've been working for years and I literally only got one pay raise, like, and some vacation hours. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, whoever you are, in whatever situation that you just left, it's like you really are opening your eyes to what is really true. And in order for you to do that, it took you having to distance yourself. It took you having to sit within yourself. So I feel like this is the contemplative pile. This is the pile that's like, no, I gotta think. No, I gotta see. No, I need the answers. No, I need the answers right now. Right now, right now, right now. So I feel like even with this Beethoven energy that you're in right now, it's like you're understanding that, yeah, I might have took some L's. I might have been involved with people, places, and things that are not of my highest good. You know what I'm trying to say? But now you're just like, it's important for me to listen to what my intuition is telling me. It's important for me to actually listen to the truth. So you're someone who just discovered something. Whatever you discovered is what took you away from what you should not have been involved in at that time. So you're someone who is inquisitive. You're someone who likes to discover. You're someone who likes to research. Whatever it is that you like to do, you need to come to the root of the matter. And I feel like it took you some time having to get here, but it's very divine that you're doing it. It's very divine. It's going to help you to no longer put yourself into situations that do not benefit your highest good. So yeah, what spirit believes you should be focused on? All right, just to keep me back on track. What spirit believes that you should be focused on at this time? Okay. So spirit believes that right now you should be focused on, it's like in all of the piles. Well, only in, I think, pile 2, very similar to pile 2, but you're just at a different place right now where you're like discovering the truth. It's like, you know, when somebody first discovers a rabbit hole and they're like, oh, it's a rabbit hole. And then you go down the rabbit hole, like you're in the rabbit hole right now. Like I'm pretty sure you're being surprised and shocked every single day with the things that your intuition is telling you. I'm pretty sure you're being surprised and shocked every single day when you can see through someone, when you can see through a situation. It's like you're shocking yourself because it's like, dang, I never thought that situation was like that. I definitely feel like that's the type of energy that you're currently in right now. Like I feel like right now more so you're being guided to just even in this Beethoven energy, you're being guided to, okay, you understand what the truth is now. Don't get too caught up with what the truth is. Now it's time to move forward. So spirit wants you to move forward. Like you understand what the truth of the matter is. Now it's time for you to keep going. Like don't stop. Don't get stuck. You might be the person that if you found out that you had a fake friend, for some reason I keep thinking that you found out that the people that you was hanging around with just wasn't the people. They weren't. Or even if it was your family, because I'm getting here to family. Whatever it is, I feel like you could have been one too. I just got that. Like you could have been excommunicated from your family. I'm not laughing. But it's like you literally could have been a black sheep, or you could have been a scapegoat, or you could have been someone who your family just, you was too real, you was too true for your family or for something, for your upbringing, and now they just don't want to deal with you no more. That's something for some reason I'm getting. I think this has more so to do with family, friends, like understanding that a group of people that you were around, they weren't the actual group of people for you. And it's okay. I've experienced that same thing too. But I feel like spirit is really telling you, like, now that you understand the truth of the matter, it's time for you to move forward. Like it's time for you to put your focus and attention into something else. Now, with the 10 of Pentacles being here, and then also with the 8 of Pentacles, I could say that you're being asked to work, like to work, like to actually work on your stability. If this is family that you're walking away from, you don't have a crutch anymore, you know? So if you've been uninspired, if you haven't been willing to find what your passion is, now is the time to do it. You have to find your passion. That's what spirit could also be causing you to do. It's like, you know the truth of the matter. Now you have to get past it. But how are you going to get past this thing? You're going to get past this thing by focusing on what you actually want for yourself, focusing on your goals, focusing on your aspirations, focusing on your dreams. What is it that you want to do? Create that energy, create that spark within you so that you can work, because you have it there. You're a creative person. It's showing up here. You're someone that can be consistent and can be diligent, especially with that Beethoven energy. You can be consistent. You can be diligent. You can be determined. Now, what is your passion? Where are you going to focus this energy to? Now that you know the truth of the matter, now that you can walk away, now that you don't have to be there anymore. What are you going to do? Like, are you going to stay caught up? Are you going to Are you going to start to go backwards? Are you going to start to be, petty? Are you going to start to be cutting? Are you going to start to be harsh? Like, it's time for you to find your passion so you don't go over into the dark side, okay? Because when I found out the truth of many things, you can do many things when you find out the truth. You can rebel against it. You can go over to the dark side, or you can take the truth for what it is and move forward. Keep being the light being that you are. Move forward. Use that fuel for your energy and for your passions, and keep going. A lot of you all, you just experiencing the truth right now of the matter, and it's causing you to feel halted. Like you're getting too caught up in analyzing what that is. You're getting too caught up in that thing. And the last thing you want it to do is to slow you down or to change you. Don't let the truth of the matter and the truth of the situation change you. Spirit is telling you that now it's time for you to focus. You're diligent, you're consistent, you're determined. Focus that energy into something that you're passionate about. And that's something that Beethoven even said, playing without passion is inexcusable. It's like, don't start nothing, won't be nothing. But if you're going to start something, see it through to the end. Okay? If you're going to start something, see it through to the end and show up. Show up. I'm not getting upset with y'all. I'm just passionate. I'm very passionate. Like, when I'm passionate, it sounds like I'm mad, but I'm not. I'm just passionate about what I'm talking about. That's all. So, all right, y'all. You are good enough. You are good enough. This is nice. I just feel like this is a nice message. Like, you are good enough. If you're someone who is a perfectionist, like I mentioned, you might be too concerned with things being in a certain way, in a certain order. Whenever I talk about Virgos, I'm like, y'all are just like boom, boom, boom. Everything got to be in a certain way. It got to be organized this way. It has to be done this way. So just be flexible. Be flexible with it, especially when it comes to, your passions, and just exhibiting more of a creative energy, just in more free-flowing energy. Just be flexible. Be flexible. The thing that's making me rich is something I never thought I would be doing. But hey, I got to do what I got to do. It is what it is. But yeah, y'all, you're good enough. Don't get too caught up in trying to be perfect. Just follow your passions. Open yourself up. Be inspired. I'm trying to say, be inspired. Don't allow yourself to get really caught up in the truth of the matter, to start to get petty, to start to point fingers at people. Now you want to start cutting people off. Now you want to start being non-emotional, like, man, bump love. I don't want to deal with love no more. Bump my family. They don't want to be here for me no more. Blah, blah, blah. Nah. Bump that relationship. It just didn't work out right now, but I'm still open for love. Okay, my family don't want to be here to support me, but there's going to be other people that are going to support me. Like, you're good enough, and expect powerful change. So that's why I feel like a lot of you all might have been cut off from your families or something. It just seemed like whatever you just left was a major thing. And I don't want to just say it's just a relationship, or intimate relationship. It was something very major. It's like you really cut off so many cords of attachment, cords of attachment that most people wouldn't have the strength to actually cut off. Like, that's something that you did. But within you doing that, realizing the truth of the matter, it's time for you to move on. It's time for you to move on. Move on. Move forward. Move forward. Yeah. So I did see something here as far as y'all working through your fears. So you might be afraid to move forward. You might be afraid to move on. You might be afraid to rewrite your story, but it's time for you to really exhibit some strength and to understand that it's not about how you start, but it's about how you end. It's not about how you start, but it's about how you end. So with whatever changes that are currently being being in process right now, whatever pending changes there are, things that are, things that you never expected to change. Like, it's time for you to just take that truth, understand that this is what it is, act on it. Understand that now if you have to distance yourself from friends or family, if you have to distance yourself from a romantic partnership, if you have to distance yourself, these are things that you're going to have to do. The truth is already here, it's imminent. And if you stay, you're just gonna become petty. You're gonna become spiteful. You'll become mean. So why even go against the grain of that? Just allow yourself to go through with the change. Allow yourself to be changed, in your stillness, in your aloneness, in your oneness, and just understand that there's something better on the horizon. Something new is gonna come in and fill up that space that you had to cut all of those things out of. Something new is gonna come in and fill up that space. So expect powerful change. Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. So this could definitely play into you just allowing yourself to even be more flexible, or even if you were told certain things about yourself or treated in a certain way, by family, by friends, by loved ones, and you feel as though like this isn't really in alignment, with just who I am now. Like I was treated in a certain way, I was perceived a certain way. So I just kind of fell into this pattern, of this is just me. But now that, these changes are happening, expect powerful change, surrender your fear of change. There's powerful changes happening regardless of if you like it or not. Now it's time for you to move on. But within you moving on, you're giving yourself that flexibility to getting to know who you are at this time. Like there's things that I realized about myself that I never knew. I never knew. But if I didn't open myself up to experiences, if I didn't open myself up to meeting new people, if I didn't open myself to others' opinions and thoughts and been flexible, I would not know these things about myself. So that's that. I feel like I need to get one more card for you. Ooh, Spirit was like, oh, you want one? Let me give you 3. So here we have surrender to your soul's path. Get passionate about something, okay? There's something that we all are passionate about. There's something that we all want to do. Like, why not just pursue that thing? Why not just pursue it? Like, why not pursue it? Your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson in every moment, okay? What you experienced was very unfavorable. I know it was. It had to do with your foundation. It had to do with your stability. It had to do with your relationships with other people. But now it's time for you to really get passionate and work. Okay? Now it's time for you to put some action behind whatever it is that you want to do. Okay? And be flexible. Be open. Be open to what is out there and what is available for you, because change is happening and it's going to require you to think differently about yourself. Okay? It's going to require you to see yourself differently than how you've always seen yourself. And I truly believe, surrender to your soul's path. This is something that you should be doing at this time. So that's it for today, y'all. I really hope that you enjoyed my reading. Make sure that you like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out the information in my description box. And I will see y'all another time. I love doing these readings. I just love helping others. I love doing it in my own way. I love my ministry. So with that being said, y'all, please have a blessed day, and I will see y'all another time.